Welcome to WKCV 103.5. I'm your host, DJ Darren Weber. Recently, Keystone College hosted a musical act featuring country music artist and Scranton native Dani-elle. I had the pleasure to sit down and talk on the phone with Dani-elle before she came up to the school to perform. Dani-elle was a full-blown performer at 3 years old. She often travels to Nashville to study with the vocal coach of country music artists such as Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, and the Dixie Chicks. She recently recorded a debut album entitled 11, which she wrote and co-wrote all 10 songs that can be found on the iTunes app. Hi, is this Dani-elle?
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for talking to us. It's a pleasure.
Well, thank you for having me on.
So I was going through your website last night and doing a little creeping, but just getting my research. And I saw that you attended Marywood in Lackawanna. So you're local? You're from the Scranton area?
Yes. Yeah. I'm actually from the German. I don't know if you know where German is or not. But,
yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. I did vocal and piano lessons at Marywood for many years, and I also took guitar lessons at Lackawanna College. So, yes, I am from the local area here, and we kind of go back and forth between Nashville and here now, but,
right.
I like to come back to my roots here.
So what was it like going from, kind of like a smaller area like Scranton, Pennsylvania to somewhere big like Nashville?
I mean, it's crazy, really, because once you get to know Nashville, it's really no bigger than Scranton. I know it sounds crazy because you think of Nashville as like, this big city and everything.
Right.
But as you keep going there and, you get more used to it, it's become like, my parents and I second home out there. It gets a small town feel to it. It's funny, you're in this big city and, they have big tall buildings and there's so many more people than here. But in the end, you realize that everybody kind of knows everybody, and
right.
It's all kind of a tight circle. So it's kind of cool. It's the same in many ways, but it's very different too.
It's like your home away from home type of deal right there.
Exactly.
Okay. So what was it like? I saw that you recorded with the vocal coach of people that like Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. What was that like? That must have been an awesome experience.
Yeah, I actually, that's Renee Grant Williams, and that was the first time that we actually went out to Nashville when I was about 12 or 13 years old. And I'm 20 now, and I still to this day work with Renee. And it's truly amazing because I'm taught the same, stance, performance, everything breathing as so many of the great country artists today. And just to hear words of wisdom from her and to get so many different tips and tricks, it's pretty incredible, and it's definitely an honor to work with her for sure.
No, absolutely. So whenever I watch an interview with a musician, my biggest thing that I always want them to ask is what is the influences? Like what musically, life, what inspires you? Well,
in my writing wise, as far as the songs that I write and I sing, I like to make it as approachable and understandable to the everyday person as much as possible. I want somebody to sit down on one of our shows or concerts or wherever we're playing and be able to relate. That's one of my big things. Even on social media with anything, I think that's a very important thing, to make everything relatable.
Absolutely.
If somebody comes into a show and is having, a bad day or, something's bothering them, my job is to just kind of get rid of that for whatever, the hour, the 2 hours that we're playing, and that's one of my really, really big things. Everyday life is just a big inspiration to me through my music and, through everything that I do.
Right. So even though you're on the stage and, you kind of have a lot bigger experiences than many people, you still want to show people that you're still just a person.
Exactly. I think that that's really important. On my Twitter, on my Facebook, on Instagram, I like to make it as friendly as possible with my fans. Okay, they're not only a fan, but they're a friend. They know my parents' names, they know my dog's names,
right. Yeah.
They know everything that we do, and I like that, make them, like I said, feel more of a friend than just a fan.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree, because, even if I was to go and meet one of my favorite musicians or something, I wouldn't want them to be so intimidating. I want them to be just another person that I can talk to that knows exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. I like that a lot. That's awesome.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. So you're coming up to Keystone. Are you excited? Are you familiar with the area up here?
I actually performed at Keystone a few years ago. Back when I was probably 13 or 14 years old, and I forget the event that it was with, but it was almost like a cabaret kind of event. So I'm really excited because I haven't been up to Keystone or the area there since then. So when they said that we were going to do a positive youth tour stop, I was really excited, and we're really looking forward to it. We've been doing this throughout some different colleges and high schools,
right?
And just the reaction that we've been having is absolutely incredible, and it's really making a difference on a lot of students' lives. I've been getting a lot of messages just that it's an inspiring program, and, you know, I share my message a little bit in the beginning, just kind of on following your dreams and staying away from peer pressure, bullying, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then my band and I conclude with a concert. And what's really cool about Keystone is you guys are letting us open this up to the public.
Yep.
So for one of the first times, we can invite our fans out, because we've been doing everything kind of during the day, during school hours, obviously.
Yeah.
So now we can kind of broaden this and just get everybody in who has been kind of watching, you know, through media or on the news, and they can kind of see firsthand what we've been doing. So we're really excited about it.
I think a lot of people up here are excited too. I mean, I know that there's like a big demographic for country music, so I'm sure it'll be an awesome turnout for sure. So
absolutely.
Now you have your full-length album on iTunes called 11.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite song that you've written off of that album?
Oh, it's so hard to pick a favorite song. All of the songs on there I either wrote or co-wrote, and two of them on there were co-writes with a very good friend of mine, Amanda Williams, and she actually just had a cut on the new Garth Brooks album.
Oh, wow.
And her dad actually wrote Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up and Papa Loves Mama and Three Wooden Crosses for Randy Travis. So it's great to call her a co-writer and a friend. And so I love the songs that I got to write with her, but then I also love, you know, I love all of them, but Bye 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 has really had a lot of attention, and it got us to play at CMA Fest last year, got us to pre-open for Luke Bryan and Jason Aldean and Darius Rucker, and it won us the 2015 Female Rising Artist Award in Nashville. And so that one really did a lot for us in 2015 and coming into 2016 as well. So I think that's probably one of my favorites, you know.
Absolutely. It's just got a lot of history around it, and it's really gotten you out there, so of course it's going to be a big one for you. What can you tell us about, you know, the things that you've seen growing up?
Absolutely. I mean, I have been singing since the age of 3 and professionally since the age of 9.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of different things, you know, met a lot of different people, and some good, some bad, you know, some that are still here along, you know, my journey, some that aren't anymore. And I think one of the biggest things that I've learned is just kind of everything happens for a reason, you know what I mean? Yeah. Throughout all of it, like I said, I've met so many people on this journey, so many musicians, songwriters, producers, and it's just half of the battle is finding the right fit for your team. And right now I'm at a point where I'm really blessed to have a great band and a great team behind me, and so we're just at a really, really good point right now with a lot of great things happening.
Right.
But it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of hard work. I mean, I still have so many things that I want to accomplish and so many things that I want to do. And like I said, one of the main things, and especially through this Positive Youth Tour, is I just try to share that, you know, nothing happens overnight. I think, especially in the music industry, it's perceived that way a lot of times. You know, when we look at it, it's kind of like, oh, this person popped up out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. But
they've been working for years to get where they are.
Exactly. When you look at the backstory of it all, I mean, it's the same kind of story. You know, they started singing when they were 8, 9 years old, and, you know, they might not have gotten their first single and signed until they're, you know, 22 years old. Right. Or even later on. You know, everybody has their own individual story, and you can't model yourself after anybody, really. You know, you can have inspirations, but can't compare, and that's anything in life, in this industry and in radio and whatever it is. You know, we kind of have to be our own person. Yeah, absolutely. Especially as artists, you know.
You got to have your own voice.
Exactly. You know, you kind of have to have your own voice and be your own person and develop your own image. I think that's a really important thing. So that's one of the main things, and just surround yourself with supportive people that, you know, kind of support your dream and what you want to do and that are 100% on board with you, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for those that are looking to be musicians or maybe even just be involved in the arts, whether it's theater or sculpture or something like that, what would you tell them?
You know, you have to take it all with a grain of salt. And like I said, surround yourself with the best people that will always keep you grounded no matter what. Because you get super busy and, you know, you get so many things going on. And my parents have been supportive of me since day one when I was 3 years old and I said that I wanted to be a singer. You know, they were crazy enough to go, okay, let's roll with this and see where it takes us. And you know, they are my rocks and have been behind me 100%, and I'm so thankful for that. And, you know, whoever that is for you know, that person, individual, whether it be a friend or, you know, whatever it is, just that's one of the most important things is who you surround yourself with, because, of course, we all know it's you become who you surround yourself with.
Absolutely.
And, you know, if you want to follow that dream, like I said, it's a lot of hard work, but in the end, when you start seeing so many things that you strived for in life start to happen and become an actual reality, it's truly, truly incredible. So the hard work is truly worth it. And, you know, I would encourage any of them, again, just to keep on going. And even when you get discouraged or disappointed, you know, which we all have days like that.
Absolutely.
To just, you know, think of the positive and, again, just surround yourself with those people who are just going to lift you higher.
That's awesome. So the name of the tour is Positive Youth, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, obviously, just from talking to you, I can tell that you're a very positive, motivated person. So
well, thank you.
You're welcome. So I have I'm a huge like good vibes junkie, I like to call myself.
Yeah.
So do you have like a favorite quote around positivity or anything like that? I know you said everything happens for a reason. That's like a big one for me because that's a big family thing. What is yours?
Yeah, I mean, I have so many, to be honest with you. Everything happens for a reason. That's one of my big things. Dream big is one of my huge mottos, like for many years now. And just kind of, you know, positive minds lead positive lives, you know. So you keep yourself positive and you dream big, and, you know, when you kind of mesh all those together, it's kind of my mantra in life, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
Stay as positive as possible, and no dream is too big. That's, you know, if you can dream it, you can do it, and don't let anybody tell you no.
All right, I like that. That's awesome. I think that's a great way to end this whole interview. I like that a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure talking to you and getting to know you, and I can't wait until you come up here and we can get everyone together and watch you play.
Well, same here. We are looking forward to Monday night. The guys and I just had a practice last night, and it's going to be a great show. All
right. Well, thank you so much.
All righty. Thank you so much for having me on.
It's no problem at all. You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.